Hello and welcome to the Blank Gun channel. Today I will speak about ammo that blank guns can use. Some of you probably know that blank cartridges are not the only possibility for certain blank guns. Front-firing blank guns, like this one, have the possibility to use other types of ammo, and those types of ammo are what we're going to speak right now. And by the way, if you haven't watched my review of this gun, the Equal Furat Compact Beretta 92 replica, you have to check it out. I will post link in the description below. Let's take a look at the regular blank round first. This is the green tip. It only have, gunpowder in hollow case, and when you fire it, it only flash and bangs like a real gun, and that's all it does. I will start with the least effective and continue to the most effective one according to calculations, science, facts, and my personal opinion. The first round we're going to speak about is the flash defense cartridge. Usually this round comes with golden tip, and this is just a regular blank cartridge but with a bunch of chemicals inside that ignite when the cartridge is fired. And when the chemicals react with the heat from the gunpowder, they ignite and produce about up to 1 meter flame at the end of the barrel. It has a good usage against animals because most of the time it will manage to scare them off. Against humans, on the other side, it acts like an average blank shot with only the difference of the flame. Thus, the effect of the scare is not always guaranteed, and it may cause serious burns if it's fired in short distance. The second round I have here is the CS round, which usually comes with yellow tip. This is generally, basically this is tear gas. The compound in this cartridge is, let me say it correctly, Chlorobenzalmalononitrile. And it is the defining component of the tear gas commonly referred to as CS gas, which is used as a riot control agent. CS has less effect on animals due to underdeveloped tear ducts and protection by fur. The CS is used in spray form by many police forces as a temporary incapacitant and to subdue attackers or persons who are violently aggressive. Blank pistol cartridges, like this one, are carrying CS in powder form. These, when fired at relatively close range, about between meter and 4 meters, they fully expose the target to the effect of the CS and are employed as potential defense weapon in regions where blank firing pistols are legally permitted for such use. That's why you should be aware of your local laws before thinking of using it as a self-defense tool. Decontamination. If you ever get shot by one of these, the CS contamination can be removed easily by washing with soap and water, making it easy to wash off, and that way reduces the time of its effectiveness. The second round I have here, the third one, excuse me, this is the CN round, or basically most of the time it comes with a blue tip. You see the blue tip, my focus is not working, okay. Basically that's just another type of tear gas. Because of its significantly greater toxicity than the CS, it has largely been replaced by the CS gas, even though CN is still supplied to paramilitary and police forces in a small pressurized aerosol known as mace, or just tear gas. Its use as pepper spray is falling because of its greater toxicity and higher risks for health damage. Just like CS gas, this compound irritates the mucous membranes, mouth, nose, eyes, and throat. Sometimes it can give rise to more generalized reactions such as temporary loss of balance and orientation. The active ingredient in it is called Chloroacetophenon. The effect of chloroacetophenon on humans include lacrimation, which is tearing and crying, irritation of the eyes, photophobia, which is extreme sensitivity to light, and burning sensation on the surface of the skin. However, if an individual is under the influence of narcotics or alcohol to the extremity that their tactile senses have been lost, the active ingredients usual effect on their body will be virtually non-existent. Let me say it again. If the person in front of you is drunk or under the effect of narcotics, this gas and this cartridge may have no effect on them. And that makes it non-reliable in those certain situations. Also, the effect of the active ingredient in this bullet on many animals is virtually non-existing, which means it is not very suitable to use against animal. However, I should mention that there are the so-called supra-CN cartridges, which have black tip. And the difference with this one is that they got nearly twice as much of the active ingredient. They have about 220 milligrams. Decontamination. If you ever got exposed to that kind of bullet, the individual that have been exposed should be taken outside into the fresh air, avoid rubbing their eyes or face, and immediately wash their eyes and face with water. Soap that contains oil should not be used in the cleaning process due to a property in the oil that will trap the active ingredient, causing a severe rash or burn. The last one we're going to speak is the PV or INN cartridge, which comes in brown tip. It also can be orange or red. It depends on the quantity of the active ingredient inside the cartridge. This cartridge is mostly called technical pepper cartridge. The active ingredient in it is the Nonivamide. Nonivamide is used as the payload in less lethal munitions or as the active ingredient in most pepper sprays. In both applications, the idea is to temporarily incapacitate the target. The Nonivamide is widely called technical pepper due to the effect it has. It primarily affects the eyes, causing closure and severe pain. The pain it causes is reported to be much greater than that caused by CS or CN. The effectiveness rate is very high once the active ingredient goes into the eyes. However, even with no direct impact to the eyes or impact with the target's eyes closed, the effect is so strong that the target, I will quote, didn't even think about opening their eyes. One of the most important things about the PV cartridge is that it's extremely powerful against animals and people under the influence of narcotics or alcohol to the extremity that their tactile senses have been lost. Decontaminations. The only thing that can help if you got shot with that cartridge is to wash the affected areas with cold water and wait for the effect to wear off, which can take up to 45 minutes. My personal favorite in terms of self-defense is the pepper cartridge due to its extreme usefulness against animals and drunk or people under the effect of narcotics. The one thing that both the CN and the CS are much weaker at, and with this bullet you have protection against people and protection against animals. Once again, Before deciding which cartridge you want to use, make sure you apply with your local laws and regulations, because some certain types are prohibited in some countries. I hope you enjoyed the video and most of it that you find it useful. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for my next video where we will have some live shooting. Merry Christmas and see you soon.